And wrapping up our news this Friday, a Browning Boxing Club will be featured on national television next week. MTN's Tom Wiley caught up with the club's founder, who hopes the exposure can help send a message.
In 2003, Frankie Kipp started the Blackfeet Nation Boxing Club in Browning for a simple reason: to teach youth on the reservation, especially women and young girls, to defend themselves.
I started seeing girls getting bullied. Yes, they were coming up to me, they were getting bullied, and we had actually had a couple in their 20s and stuff wanting to learn how to take up for themselves because they were getting abused or something or other. We start hearing about young ladies being taken from Indian country, and so I started training my daughter. If something happens, at least you're gonna know how to fight for your life.
Since starting the club, Kipp has trained over 500 boxers on the reservation.
Some of the girls that come into the boxing club have real low self-esteem, and the confidence that they get from boxing is just phenomenal.
And next week, Kipp and his pupils will be featured on a big stage.
I started thinking, how can we keep these girls from putting themselves in harm's way? The only answer was this club.
The club will be featured in a documentary called Blackfeet Boxing, Not Invisible, set to air Tuesday on ESPN.
It was emotional in the sense that, I was a probation officer prior, and I put a lot of things upstairs in my head, unpleasant things, When I was doing this, I talked to a lot of kids out of suicide. The youngest 8 years old wanting to take their lives, And the documentary, it brought a lot of memories back up, There was a few that were real unpleasant about maybe break down during the interview, because
Blackfeet Boxing is a film about fighting for respect, identity, and acknowledgement. This film details the story of Ashley Loring, heavy runner, and other missing and murdered Indigenous women, and Kipp hopes the large audience will help spread awareness to the silent epidemic.
I think so. I think it should be awareness, not just on our reservation, but right now with most of the Indian nations, this is what's happening. People are coming up, girls are coming up missing. We have unsolved murders. It's a trip. Some of the things that we see, I do think that it's going to bring up some awareness with that.
Tom Wiley, MTN News.